Hey guys, DJ here at Top Tick Cards and Games, and today I'm going to do a Ritual Beast deck profile. Ritual Beasts are, well, this build anyway, is built extremely metagame toward Necros. It's not very good against anything else game one. You'll see we play almost no spell trap destruction, just a lot of disruption cards against Necros, which I think is a very safe bet to do, especially at an event like US Nationals coming up, where you know the field is going to be prepared to play the best deck and do whatever they need to win, which in most cases would be playing Necros. Let's just get through the list. We have 3 Ritual Beast Tamer, or Elder rather. Elder is the best Tamer. It gives you an extra normal summon, and it's the best card for comboing off. Then we just play 1 each of the other ones. 1 Lara, 1 Wen, and 1 of the Zephyr one. These cards, some of them, these guys are like Debris Dragons, getting dudes back from your yard, and this one's like a DDR variant, getting a guy back from your remove pile. Then we have 3 Kanahawk and 3 Rampengu. These guys both let you remove Ritual Beast monsters to facilitate your combos. You ideally want to open Elder and then one of these cards to start making your board. And then we have 1 Apelio and 1 Dolphin. Petalfin, whatever his name is. These guys just offer utility. Apelio lets you OTK. Some people play 2. You don't actually have to play 2 to do anything though, so I wanted to play 1 since it's kind of a bricky card. And Petalfin helps you clear things like Jhin and stuff, but it's also kind of bricky. I just wanted to play 1 of each so I would have as many special summons as I could, since you can only special summon each of these cards once a turn. Then on the spells, we have 3 upstarts. We're playing, kind of an Infernity type deck. That's what your aim really is with this deck, to combo off turn 1, not let your opponent do anything when they're playing Necros. So we have 3 upstarts. Then we have 2 emergency teleports. You could play 3, but one of the brickiest things you can do is draw too many Tamers, since they don't do anything together. So 2 teleports brings us up to kind of like functionally 8 Tamers. And teleport is better early than drawing like a copy of Lara or Wen or anything when you don't have any Ritual Beast removed or in your graveyard. So that's why we chose to play some teleports. Then we have Dimensional Fissure as our first Floodgate. It's a pretty disruptive card. Doesn't let your opponent put as many things into their graveyard to remove for like their mirrors and stuff when they're playing Necros. Doesn't let them hand trap you to stop you from going off. And then we have Gold Sarcophagus. Gold Sarc is an extra combo piece. It makes it much easier to go off when you have awkward hands, just putting another Ritual Beast monster removed to bring back when you defuse. That card could be flexed to pretty much anything though, I think. That's one of the softest cards in the deck. In our traps, we have 3 Mind Crush. The most important thing you can do with this deck is not get Trished. You have so much good disruption for most of your opponent's plays, and what you want to make sure you can do is not get Trished and protect your Floodgates. Speaking of Floodgates, we have 3 copies of Anti-Spell Fragrance. Spell Fragrance just doesn't let the Necros player play Yu-Gi-Oh! They're going to have to set all of their mirrors to play them, going to have to set their Typhoons if they don't have them to chain immediately. And you can take advantage of that just by playing the game on your terms. You have so few spell cards, like upstarts and stuff you're going to play before you go off and set your things anyway. Teleports, again, you're going to play it as soon as you can. Sark is a kind of awkward card to draw after you have Spell Fragrance, since you're really going to slow down using it, but it's another really useful combo piece. So Anti-Spell Fragrance is just key. You want to open this card as often as you can. Like, you want to set it, combo off, and then not let your opponent do anything so you can just kill them. Then, like Mind Crush, we have 3 Fiendish Chain to try to avoid getting Trished and just not let our opponent really set themselves up. Gungnir is also a card that is relevant, since if they summon it, they can pop your Fragrance. You want to be able to Mind Crush and Fiendish Chain those cards before they can deal damage to your board, really. Then we have 3 Ritual Beast Steeds. Steeds is kind of a Mirror Force variant for your guys. You get to kill face-up monsters equal to the number of Ritual Beasts you control. And it's just very important to be able to keep the board clear. You search a couple spell and trap cards as you combo off, so that's why we play a full 3 of them. And then we have 2 Ritual Beast Ambush. Ambush is a trap that lets you special summon 1 from your graveyard in your remove pile, and it's, again, a key piece to your combo. You're going to go off, search both of these cards, and then in your opponent's end phase, you're going to ambush to be able to kill them the next turn. Then we have a couple more Floodgates. We have Macrocosmos and Vanity's Emptiness. I think I've said everything about Defissure already that applies to Macro, but it also removes their mirrors. And then Vanities just doesn't let people special summon. If you've set up a board and flip Vanities, you're probably going to win. Then we have 2 Summon Negators. We have Solemn Warning and Chaos Trapple. These cards let your opponent, or don't let your opponent get their Senju and Manju searches off. They stop Denko from ruining your day, since we're playing, I think it's 19 trap cards. And then we have Ring of Destruction. Ring of Destruction could be Torrential instead. I wanted to try Ring. They're both outs to Jin, which is what's really important. Another thing you could play as another out is Cutting the Sark for either Raigeki or Book of Moon. I really like Book because I want to have as much protection as possible. I'm not really trying to play Raigeki and push my plays in, but if they have Jin, Raigeki is more likely to resolve since they have a ton of things that can stop you from resolving Book, since most people play multiple copies of Trash. Then our extra deck, we have 3 Alti Kanahawk and 3 Alti Apelio. These are the most important cards for comboing off, and we actually play an extra copy of Apelio that we don't really need because of Rampengu. Sometimes for Pengu you will, or very often for Pengu, you'll remove Apelio and dump, or remove Alti Apelio to dump Apelio rather, so you still want to have 2 Alti Apelios to make them an attack with. Then we have 2 Petalfins, same thing. You're going to remove Petalfin and dump Dolphin a lot of the time. Dump Petalfin. And you want to still have 1 available to make. Then we have 1 Alti Gaia Apelio. Gaia Apelio is actually really important because it lets you remove it with Pengu to dump a Tamer. That's an ability the deck didn't have before Cross Souls came out, and I actually think it pushes the deck up really far. It just makes Elder Penguin a much better draw than it was previously. If you don't have to dump them, you can make Gaia Apelio and protect your board, but that's kind of rare. I mean, if it happens, it can be just absolutely broken, but it's not the most likely play. And then we have Exiton, Castel, Abyss Dweller, Giant Hand, and Lightning Chidori. Chidori is really sick. Like, it's awesome that we have a lot of win guys to make him. So, and then we have Daigusto Phoenix. One of our plays is going to be to make Apelios, give 1 double attack, attack our opponent down, and then play Cowboy to kill them. That way we can kill them entirely through Valk from 8,000. Yes, we play Upstart, so that's not going to happen 100% of the time, but I think the play is too key to give up Daigusto Phoenix. One thing that's notably absent from my extra deck is the Tellarknight engine. I couldn't really fit in Ptolemaeus, Diamond, and Deltaros. And when you're unable to make Diamond turn 1, it seems a lot less powerful against Shaddolls. And in general, I kind of accepted losing game 1 against matchups that aren't Necros. Like, I'm playing 0 Typhoon, so I'm just dead to lose a turn. I'm playing, again, 0 Typhoon, so Mistake can really hurt me, though I do have outs in monster form to that. I don't think that if you're playing it like a local where there's not a ton of Necros decks, this is a deck to even consider playing. But when you're playing against a lot of Necros, this deck's great. I think it's great against the field for an event like Nationals. It just does things that not a lot of other decks can do. You can combo off as hard as any deck in the format, and you can actually lock the game up better than most. Since we're playing 6 Floodgates, I think? Yeah, 6. Those are kind of the keys to winning right now. I think you want to be able to combo off super hard, have a really explosive, high impact play, because when you're doing low impact things and flipping Floodgates, your opponent's going to be able to kill you eventually. If you give them too much time, they'll find the right amount of Typhoons or something, but with this deck you have such a quick clock and such high impact cards that your opponent really is on a short fuse. They have to be able to deal with this before you can just draw Elder Kanahawk or Elder Penguin. Once you hit those cards, if they're still under Fragrance, you're probably going to win the game. And I think that this deck does that more reliably than Clifford's does. Lose a turn is very good. It might be better than Anti-Spell Fragrance, but it doesn't have the same aggressive power as a deck. So that's why I think this is an awesome choice if you want to metagame against Necros. I think that if you're playing the deck just to play it, it's not a great choice just for like a local, but against a lot of Necros, the deck is sick. And it's much cheaper than playing Necros, other than the Giant Hand in my extra, that you could replace with pretty much anything. So that's that. That's my explanation why I think this deck would be pretty sick to play for Nationals if you're not going to play Necros and if you're playing to beat Necros. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys liked it. If you have any questions about playing the deck specifically, like doing Ritual Beast combos, post down below. They can be a little bit complicated to go off with. So, if you have questions, I'd be more than happy to help out. Thanks for watching.